to Digger Dan Metal Detecting. We're out here on another adventure. Gonna give the I've got the LG30 back on. I've got this lovely flat ground to play on. It's all been turned over here. Now this field's never really produced too much. This is the first field I ever had treasure on though, in the form of a ring, which, yeah, it was treasure, but it was given back to me. So it's the only real find I've ever had on here. The one thing I've never had on here, which I'm desperate to find on here, is a hammered coin. I've never had a hammered coin off this field. Every field around it has had them, but not this one. Now, yeah, I'm back on the Legend. I've actually, for your pleasure, I've changed back. Let me just turn this off. I've changed back to, if you can see that, 1.09. Now, not that I've been questioning the machine too much, but I feel like over the time the Legend's lost depth. It could just be me, but I remember a time when I was digging things that were 15 inches deep, foot deep. I remember having even on this sort of cultivated ground, I was digging up. I remember digging up a William III sixpence at about a foot. But I just don't seem to be doing that anymore for some reason. I don't know. People have been saying obviously that the 1.09, or they didn't really get on with the 1.11. So I've reverted back just for fun, basically. Not that I had a problem with 1.11, but I just thought we could go back, and I've been on it long enough now to just try it out and test this and see what, see if I notice any differences, basically. So yeah, same cultivated settings, but I'm on 1.09 now. So I'm on field mode, all metal, multi-2, 25 sensitivity, recovery 4. I've literally not changed anything. So yeah, iron filter 3, stability 3. Sorry about road noise, guys. Yeah, audio gain 4. The only thing we're missing on 1.09 obviously is the bottle cap rejection and things like that, but I've never used that anyway, so that's not something I'm too worried about. But yeah, we'll see how we get on, guys. Let's find that hammered. I need that hammered coin off here. This is one field, the only field I've got that hasn't produced one. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. Let's see what we find, guys. So yeah, guys, this is not to say that I'm not happy with 1.11. I've not struggled with it at all. I've not really noticed any problems. As you know, I've found plenty with it. The only thing I did find, I did go out the other day, and I found that I was thinking the tones were quite quiet, actually, strangely. I don't use headphones, as you know. I just have it on the speaker so you guys can hear everything I'm doing. But yeah, I just thought it was a little quiet. I turned it up full volume. It does seem louder. I must admit, it does seem louder. I know that's a spade, obviously that's going to be loud, but the other thing I was noticing is I was getting sort of half deep-ish targets, say 7-8 inches, but one of them was like a big piece of copper with a few holes in it. I had no idea what it was. But it was so quiet, and I thought at 7 and 8 inches, I remember this machine being super loud on those targets. It used to really throw them out, so much so that it used to blow the speakers. That's been fixed now. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes you just get that feeling, don't you? So what we're going to do today is try my best to keep an eye on depths. It's hard on cultivated because you tend to the soil's loose. But we'll just try our best to keep an eye on the depths. Maybe take one scoop out, and then I'll pinpoint. Get my pinpointer in there, as long as it's not already out of the hole, and we'll see. Then we get an idea of depths. But I'm just looking for those those deeper tones a little bit and just see what difference there is. See if it does punch them out a bit better on 1.09. I don't know. Worth a shot, isn't it? It's worth a look. But yeah, I'm hoping for that hammered on here. Never had a hammered off this field. It's a strange field, this one. I had medieval bits, but I've had hammered on every field around it. It's surrounded on all 4 sides. But yeah, never had a hammered off here. But we'll catch you on that first one when we get to it. Hopefully we'll have a good day. We'll see what this one's like. It's quite a quiet field sometimes, and depending on how it goes as to how long I stay on here. See on that first one, guys. First one's a 22, 23. Now I think that sounded quite shallow actually, so I don't think it's a very deep one. See, I say about depths and things like that, but I mean, obviously uncultivated, and a lot of my finds are near the surface anyway, so I don't get a lot of deep targets. I thought this one was shallow, but oh, okay, just slightly deeper than I anticipated there. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit off as well, I think I was. Okay, where are you gone? I just had it out of the hole there, I thought, but my terrible pinpointing skills this morning. I will get better as the day goes on. Right, we did flick it out. It's here. A little piece of what looks to be a button for the start of the day. We don't mind that. It's only a piece, I know, but it's something. It's not trash. But yeah, that wasn't overly deep, but a nice loud signal nonetheless. Another quick one whilst we're at it. I've had a lot of people say about the new stem, not extended stem, the upper stem, carbon fibre, the new one, about it being wobbly. No, mine's absolutely sturdy. So if yours is rocking about, either it's going to be under here, under this clip. If you knock the pin out of here, there's a little rubber cushion that this clamp pushes onto, and mine's actually quite weak, it's quite soft. Now that clamp, that little cushion under there can be replaced, and that's probably your issue. Yeah, all you got to do is knock that pin out, take this off, and underneath is a little rubber cushion that just slots in, and this goes back. But that'll be your issue if that's the case. If not, if you are worried about it, send it back to where you got it from and get a new one. Yeah, and the upper arm cuff, someone said it was uncomfortable, but I haven't noticed a difference. Seems absolutely fine to me. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great little design. But yeah, thought I'd just mention that. Thought we'd do a live. This one's a 30, a bit jumpy, 34, 31. Sounds very shallow now actually. It didn't when I first swung over it. Yeah, not sure what this one could be. It's either going to be, it sounded shallow. What's going on here? It was given the double beeps for shallow, but now it's not here. Let's try again, shall we? Okay, so I'm getting that a lot. That's twice I've had that in just as many signals. Where I think it's shallow, that could be the audio gain actually. Obviously I'm on 4. I can't remember, I think I used to have it on, I just used to leave it at 3 on. So now this could be one of the issues, you see. They've changed tone volumes and things. I think they added they did something with the volume, and ever since I've actually had to up my audio gain since I've been on 1.11, so that could be a... Now I'm finding that things sound shallow when I don't need to be sounding that way, if you know what I mean. I'm rambling. I could have dug a hole here. This is a... Be careful really. Right, I might start again with this one. I think. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's have a listen. Let's just change audio gain back to 3, which is where I used to have it before 1.11. It sounds a little better. Sounds a little bit deeper now. Yeah, it's got that deeper tone. It's not doing that double beat now. Audio game is just bringing it up to the top there. I think we're out somewhere here now. Got a feeling this is going to be trash, just from the way I'm struggling. Does not want to come out, this one. Playing games. It definitely was quite deep though, look. And actually, it's a coin. That was, how deep was that? It sounded shallow, strangely. It's about 5 inches. About 5 inches down. What we got here? I would not have had that signal down as a coin though. That's old 10 pence. That's probably why. Yeah, it's not your old stuff, but yeah, an older 10 pence look. Lovely. Well, that was different. Yeah, definitely don't. So I've downed my audio gain to 3. I'll keep that back at 3 again, which is what I used to have it at when I was on 1.09. So yeah, we'll stick with that. Solid 29. Promised myself I'd never not dig one of these live again. There's a 23 now, so it's not what I thought, unless it's just moved. But is it that? Oh, yep, not what I thought it was going to be. And I'm not going to say what I thought it was going to be, because it could curse me. Well, that's just downright mean, isn't it? Foiled again. Piece of tin foil. Look at that. Look at the colour on it. So this one on the surface, definitely better with the audio gain on 3. Giving those double beeps now, but actually for something on the surface. Notice that it seems a little bit more stable actually, 1.09. Could be just me, I might be imagining things, but when you've been on using something for so long, like the 1.11 like I have, I've put quite a few hours into that now, you're going to notice, you're going to know these things. You're going to know that it's different when you update the machine or take it back. But didn't expect this, and I'd already picked it up and just given it a rub. That's a Roman coin. Now, I think actually I forgot about this, but that's a first off this field as well. So yeah, was not expecting that. There's a lot of trash on this field, so it's a bit of a struggle. That's a bit of a struggle for me to record stuff, because I just stop turning the camera on when there's so much trash, you know. You think that next signal's still going to be trash, but yeah, happened to be. And that's the first, like I say, a Roman coin. Yeah, I've had a little fibula to the field to the left of me once, but only a very grotty one. But yeah, there's not a lot of Roman this far over usually, so that's a surprise. That's very nice indeed. Not a lot of detail on it, bit of a grot, but it's a Roman coin. Yeah, me saying about trash and not digging the signals, I hummed and hawed about this one, whether I should dig it. It was a 46 solid, and whether I should have turned the camera on, and I should have done. Look what we've got here. We've got a coin and we've got an imprint there. This is how it just fell off. As soon as I dug it out, it just fell apart. What do we got? Yeah, solid 46 this. Nice double imprint there, one that side, one that side. Yeah, the clod just fell in half. But yeah, we got first coin, and I'm gonna say, stick my leg on the line and say that's my first pre-decimal. Solid 46. But yeah, big bright signal. Like I say, I've had so much trash. I had a bit of chrome a minute ago. Who we got there? Is that my old friend? I think that's a George II. Little George II halfpenny.
But yeah, not a great detail, but we don't mind that. That's I can see Britannia there, look, just about. Yeah, very grotty one, this one. But yeah, there's stuff here. There is stuff here. It seems to have been turned over. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying using 1.09, I have to say. It's a lot less sparky. Depth perception. I'm feeling like the depth, I can gauge the depth a lot better. And signals seem to be popping out, but we'll see by the end of the day. I don't want to give it a, I want to give it a good try and you know, give it the day, and then I'll decide whether whether I like it or not. But I think there's definitely something. There's definitely something there. But yeah, George II, nice. This was about 23, I think, 22, 23. I think there's a little piece of a chain, like a watch linkage, watch strap. I guess could have been a bracelet, I guess. But yeah, I wonder if there's any more about here. Be interesting to find out. Looks like it was brass, maybe, or yeah, I would have said brass, possibly. But yeah, did something different.
Okay, so I just dug this one. It's a lovely 33-34. Now I've already opened the hole. I know what this is. It's 8 inches deep, so I've already seen this. Now that's a nice bright signal. Now with update 1.11, when I always found when you open the hole, even if you put the target back in the bottom, it struggles to see it. Now that's like a harness ring, a little copper or bronze harness ring, about 8 inches deep. That very thin indeed. And I don't know what angle it was sat at, but I mean it was down there, you know, it was 8 inches in the bottom of there. Like I said, I pinpointed after digging a couple. I used my pinpointer to find it rather than keep digging, so I can get a rough idea of depth. But yeah, definitely seems to pick on those targets that are deeper better, louder, without the audio gain up, which is interesting, because like I say, I'd never ever played or used the audio gain before I went to 1.11. I'd never had to adjust that, which tells me that those targets and those tones are not loud enough. There's something there that's not giving you, I'm not sure we're losing depth as such, but it's definitely not punching out those signals as well. Yeah, just a thought. I mean, this isn't gospel, you know. I'm not trying to say that there's anything wrong, or there's, you know, I'm just trying to test it and see. I mean, through video, you can see, if you look back at my videos, you'll see that a lot of targets, a lot of the time, they are shallow, very shallow, and I don't seem to find too much deep stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely food for thought. I'm going to keep with 1.09 for now and just see how we get on. But yeah, little 22 here, ferro check, not overly keen. Digging up so many more deeper targets today, definitely. And that one's out, and that one wasn't so deep, it's just quiet. It's obviously gonna be small, I think. Okay, very small. Yeah, just a very small piece of lead. Got no struggles with small objects anyway, but yeah, not so deep this time. 33, 31, a little jumpy. Again, out in one scoop. Very positive on targets. Probably going to be more trash. We've got, well, not so much trash, but a blob of bronze. So that's always a nice little sign, isn't it? Bit of molten bronze there from some kind of works. But yeah,
piece of bronze. Right, I've switched fields because that one was just full of trash and I wasn't really getting much, to be honest. Yeah, didn't find that elusive hammered. Maybe one day. But I got a bit of an iffy. Sounds very quiet. 33, 32, it's jumping to the 40s in places. Still quite quiet signal, this one. I'll tell you what we'll do, we're going with a pinpointer, like I said, because depth wise I want to keep trying to keep an eye on depth. Like I say, I've dug a lot of deep signals. Again, look, we're down there. It's well in there. Oh, that is some depth actually. I thought that was quiet. I've been trying to dig quiet signals or record quiet signals to get depth, get an idea of depth, but getting to it, that's down there fairly. What have we got? Shush. Be quiet. Right, what we got here? Piece of lead from the look of it. Just a square, that's an odd piece of lead. Oh, okay. Oh wow. That is weird. How about last week I find that piece of lead? I said I've never found anything lead with pattern on, or you know, something that is something. And look at that. It looks like a domino. 4 X's on it. Is that a game? It's got to be a gaming piece, hasn't it? Is that medieval then? Those X's? I don't know. Well, let's get on the other camera, guys. Hold on a minute. That was deep as well. That. I know the 1.11 didn't seem to like lead, so that was down there. That's 8 inches. That's a good 8 inches in there. That's a chunky bit of lead, but that was a, you know, a decent diggable signal. But yeah, let's get on the other camera. Look at that, guys. Absolutely awesome that is. Let me just rest you up there. I'll give that a little wet down, I think. Try and give that a spray. I've got a different nozzle on my spray bottle today, so hopefully we won't have any troubles. But I'll try and get the dirt out of those. Look at that. That is amazing. Sorry for any wind, guys, because that is rather breezy here at the minute. That's weird. It's got a weird line down the side. A very odd piece. I think that's like a gaming piece, you know. Domino maybe. And I'm not in the field that I found that other piece of lead last week. I will have to put some pictures of that up actually. I'll try and get some pictures, because after I've cleaned that other piece, there is actually an inscription on the back as well, very faint. And I haven't tried to sort of look at it and figure out what it says yet, but I'll take a close-up picture of that and show you that now, to the right of the screen here, hopefully. But yeah, that's that is pretty interesting. Yeah, very, very odd. Not sure on that at all. If you've got any ideas, then yeah, please leave a comment. But I'm thinking maybe like a domino. It looks like a domino, doesn't it? It's all squared off. It's weird, very weird. But that is very, very cool. Really pleased with that. That's find of the day so far, that. Right, again, could be nothing, guys, but
very quiet, 38 to 45, jumpy, sort of bouncing around the numbers. Very quiet again, like I say, seems deep again, but I'll say that. Seems to have disappeared on that one. Let's see. Now I've opened the ground up, that seems a bit different. That was a very whispery one, but yeah, doesn't seem to be liking that now, strangely. Could just be very deep iron, that. Seems to have totally disappeared, strangely. Tell you what, I might come back to you when I've figured out what it is. Can I believe that? That was super deep, guys. Yeah, I've switched cameras, by the way. I'm on my phone. But I was digging and digging and just getting deeper, and I couldn't find it. Ended up pinpointing it. I was just off it. I was inside here. It's about 9 inches deep. It's full pinpoint of depth. It's a blooming coin. It's a blooming coin. Look, it's on here on this little clod. Unbelievable. That must have been up on edge for that signal, because that wasn't it just wasn't a coin signal. There you go, imprint there. Must have been up on edge. But that was deep, man. That was really down there. You know what? I would not have been digging these signals. I would not have been digging these signals with 1.11. What do we have here? What we got? Who are we? That's got a big coin. That must have been on edge. Must have been. I'm not sure who that is. Let's zoom out a bit and see if we can see it. Is that bust facing right there? Is that, or is that just me? If it is, that's a George III maybe. Sorry guys, it's a bit of a crusty one, but yeah, I can't believe that. I haven't been digging signals like this, honestly. I haven't. I've just, yeah, that's facing right. That's no, it's, yeah, I think that's a George III. I think that's an old George III. I think I can see G there, George, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a George III. I guess, yeah. It's a very crusty one, but that, I can't believe the depth of that. 8 inches, decent. You heard the signal, sort of quiet, but decent. I like that, where you can tell the depth. But yeah, that right in the side here, I was just off it. Very iffy. I reckon it was on edge. It has to have been on edge. But yeah, there's your imprint. Absolutely brilliant. Well impressed with that. This one was reasonably shallow. Look at those numbers, 17, pretty solid 17, 16. It's pretty low numbers, guys. Try and spot it again now. Just popped out, it's on the top there, look. Yeah, well, not overly deep, just one scoop and it's out, but it's small. I think that's a hammered. Let's just zoom out a bit there. Yeah, that's got to be a hammered coin. We're on the hammers, yes. Not going to give it too much of a rub. I'll tell you what, we'll spray that. Looks quite delicate. It looks like it's already had the had a bit of a hard time. So let's try and spray this. Looking like a Lizzie, I think. Elizabeth I. I think so. Yeah, there's not a lot left in it. It's pretty had it. Looking at that. Yeah, not overly detailed at all, I don't think. It's a bit battered. But that is yeah, that's a little Elizabeth, I'm pretty certain. Don't even need the bust on there to know that, I don't think.
Can't see any Regina there at the top right. Rosa, ROS on this bottom left. She's a Lizzie. And the shield on the reverse. Yeah, on the hammers. That's a London mint. There we go. DON at the top left. LON bottom left. Look. LON DON. London mint. Elizabeth I. I'm gonna say penny. Small enough to be a penny, but yeah, very bad condition. Poor little thing, but yeah, very low numbers. Awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Right, well that's it for the day. I am absolutely knackered. This wind has been battering me all day. This yeah, it's lovely and warm. I'm down to a t-shirt, but the wind is battering. Yeah, I've had a cracking day. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed using 1.09. Before I go into that, I'd just like to say thank you to Chris Winley. Thank you very much for hitting that super thanks button at the top there. That is very much appreciated, mate. Yeah, thank you very, very much for that. But yeah, so let's talk about this 1.09. To go back to it, and straight away I'm noticing that I'm hitting deeper targets, and those deeper targets are louder. It tells me there's something there. You know, so many people have been saying there's a problem, there's an issue with this 1.11. I hadn't noticed it, but that's down to my land really. The fines here are shallow usually anyway. But that's not to say that I hadn't noticed that I wasn't getting deep targets anymore. You know, there's a problem there. I don't think it's that the machine's not hitting the deep targets. I think. I don't take my word for this, but I think it's down to audio. I think it's not producing the sound. It's not bringing those deeper targets forward on 1.11. But I am now going to be sticking with 1.09, and that's that. I'm going to stay with it. Yeah, very impressed with it today. Let's have a look at the fines. So there we are. Yeah, a pot full of fines again. No problem with finding bits and bobs here, even in these dry conditions. You know, like I say, I'm hitting deep targets. I was well impressed with some of them. This ring here, yeah, good 8 or 9 inches I think it was, and that's a small item. You know, it's very thin, but yeah, smashed that out of the ground. There was no mistake in that signal. You know. Yeah, so I've got 3 bits of ring things there, a bit of a thicker one there. Bullet, I'm going to say probably World War II. That bit of watch, I think it's a watch strap or a bracelet strap, one or the other, bit of linkage there. A lovely bit of crotal bell. If that was complete, that would have been an absolute corker. That would have been a beauty, wouldn't it? Yeah, real shame that's broken, but I couldn't find any other bits of it anyway. Plenty of buttons. No button porn today, I'm afraid. The nicest thing I think I found was this one, which was actually missing the shank, but heavily silvered. Yeah, very, very heavily silver plated. But yeah, other than that, a little Tudor button there. Yeah, nice little Tudor button. A few hold buttons, 4-hole button, 2-hole buttons. Yeah, we do love our buttons, don't we? Yeah, they do fill the pot. A couple of bits of buckle there, nice little bit of, probably a medieval buckle, that horseshoe shaped one. That, I'm not sure, I've had these before, you know, and I always think maybe they're a coin, but they're just pitted. Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 of them now. I've got a couple more at home, but yeah, didn't go in the coin pot because I can't call it a coin. Coins wise, that old 10 pence there, one of sort of the bigger 10 pence. Even I think it says new pence, so that is one of the new. But yeah, lovely. Bit of a different find, something a bit more modern. Couple of crusties there. We've got a George II and a George III. Again, I seem to find them together a lot. Don't know what that's all about. Are they trying to tell me something? A couple of little grotty Romans there, and of course that lovely little hammered coin, which is probably, well, it's quite bad actually, but yeah, nevertheless, I'm not focusing. Come on, camera. Yeah, little London Mint, Elizabeth I. But yeah, nothing on the bust side of that, but you can quite clearly see that it's a London Mint on the reverse there. But yeah, lovely little find, and I've saved that till last here because this is my favourite find of the day if I don't chuck it around. I've got no idea what it is. I'm guessing some kind of gaming piece, a domino, but just so strange to find something again. A lead item, something I never find really, lead that's actually something. But yeah, what a cool little find. Little crosses on there, I'm guessing medieval. It's sort of sandwiched, it's very strange. Very odd piece again, sort of folded over and sandwiched. And then stamped with 4 little X's. Like I say, I'm guessing like a little domino. Sorry, nearly swallowed a fly there. But yeah, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm so pleased with that as a find. That is so cool. So yeah, a cracking day again, guys. Absolutely love it. Absolutely loved it today. Yeah, 1.09. I don't know what to say really. It's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? I never struggled with 1.11, but like, yeah, like I say, there's something there. There's an issue there, I think, that Nokta need to address. Have a little rethink and a relook at that. You know, there's a few things I noticed. I managed to drop my audio gain back down, and I'm hitting deeper targets. They're louder. The volumes are louder on the machine in general. Yeah, just a few little odd bits there that need addressing, I think. But like I say, I'm going to stick with 1.09, and I'm going to stop rambling on now. And I'll see you on the next one.